up? What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. At this point, I don't even gotta say it no more. I'm back for the story time. I'm saying it anyway. I'm giving very much Kill Bill. All right, so first of all, I want to make a small disclaimer that I've been forgetting to make in my videos. So for one, let me tell y'all this for one, and this is for all the haters. This ain't for my peoples, this ain't for my fam. This is for the haters, the few haters, and I'm pretty sure I know who they are. Every story time is not gonna have receipts. It's not. Okay, because first of all, I don't have receipts for everything. Even though I am the screenshot queen, I don't have receipts for everything. Secondly, I never thought that I would be on here spilling my own tea. So why would I have receipts for everything? Like, shit gets erased, phones get lost, like, period. Your favorite YouTuber does not have receipts for everything. So you commenting on my video saying, oh, this seems wild, this seems crazy, this doesn't seem real. That's not even the crazy shit I've been through. Okay, if you're saying that my story times don't sound real, you just haven't lived your life, to be honest. Just being a hater, or you haven't lived your life. And I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you on either parts. Do not click on my channel if you're just going to dislike, leave a negative comment. I'm having a block party every day. I will block you. My family gonna come for you like they did. Matter of fact, I'm gonna insert screenshots when my daughter's father took me to Atlanta for Christmas just to cheat. Peoples came for you. They came for you, made you delete the fake accounts and the comment, okay? We don't play that around these parts, bitch. Part 3 to this story is wild as fuck, all right? So if you think that's far-fetched, you don't even want to tune in for part 3. Cause bitch, that literally involves a fucking high-speed chase. More to the story, keep your damn negativity to yourself, because we don't do that. We don't do that over here. Now that I got that out the way, let's get into this ghetto ass story. With this story, I do not know where to start because it's so much, and just thinking about this story, remembering this story is very draining. I put comedy behind my story times, but a lot of them drained the life out of me. Like, I was at this point in my life, I was very drained mentally. I was very depressed. I don't know if this gonna have too much comedy behind it because we'll get right into it though, you know what I'm saying? So if you haven't seen part 1, definitely go back and watch that first. Watch that first. You don't watch that first, I don't think this is gonna make sense to you. For the hard-headed ones, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little recap anyway. So listen.
Last time on the Side Bitch Chronicles,
my dude and his mom invited me to like a little crawfish boil. It just was bent over, ass up, shaking their ass right in front of my nigga. He's very in tuned, eyes on ass. In this video that I have, it's the scene like basically me, his mom, his brother, his sister, we all waiting by the car while he talks to a bitch. Long story short, we leave, whatever. I had a gut feeling that he got one of them hoes' numbers. So this was back when like the spyware and shit that you could put on people's phone. This is back when it actually worked. I had to call to his phone. I installed it both ways. Basically, I had to do something on his phone for me to be able to see it on my end. I did whatever the fuck I had to do because it was really easy getting access to his phone back then. Like, it was nothing. I told you I had a password to everything that he owned. So I did that, and I go and check. Bitch, I was correctly wrecked. He texted a 504 number. That's a Louisiana number. That was a Louisiana hoe. Okay, so my recap ended up being about 35 minutes, and we're not doing that around these parts. Y'all need to go tune into part 1. Basically, I figured out he was talking to the hoe next door. I named her Metro. We pulled up to fight her. It was a whole big thing. This is part 2, so y'all sit back, relax, grab your snacks, and tune in for this tea. This is a long ass recap, not part 1. Y'all need to go watch part 1. We're not doing that, okay? Go watch it. If you haven't seen it, go watch it now. Link is down below. I put the card up. Go watch it. It's now July. Like I mentioned before, in my first story time, my friend that knew her boyfriend, she had gave me this girl's Twitter. So basically, I'm consumed into this bitch's Twitter. Like, stalking this bitch Twitter is my life. I do this shit all day. She would tweet so much about missing her boyfriend and how she broken and blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, she would be tweeting about niggas. And I don't mean just my dude, I mean other niggas too. Because like I said, the bitch lived next door, and I would always see so many niggas over there, So many niggas just like all up on her. She's sitting on the car and niggas in between her legs, touching on her and stuff like that. I'm always at his house, which made no difference because at the same time, I'm still seeing him text her. Every day, I'm just on his ass like, are you texting this bitch? Are you still texting this bitch?
No, I'm not texting that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Da, 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 da. I don't give a fuck about that bitch.
And I'm like, you lying. I know you texted her. I know 100%. I'm 100% sure you texted her. Mind y'all, Dre is cool with Metro brother. Dre and Devontae used to always go over to their garage to shoot dice, play the PlayStation and all kind of other stupid shit. And I feel like that was just his way to mosey his ass over there. In case anyone's confused, Dre is my man, Devontae is Dre's brother, and Dum Dum is Devontae's baby mama, aka my fake ass friend at the time. I go over there for the 4th of July. I begged Chelsea and her friend to drop me off over there because I'm with them, we drinking and stuff, and I get in my feelings. I get deep into my feelings and I'm like, y'all, I'm ready to go. Can you drop me off by Dre? So I begged them for like 30 minutes and they finally dropped me off over there. It was like,
what you doing over here? Why you over here?
I'm just like, what are you, why am I over here? His mom went out of town for 4th of July. Your mom's out of town, it's not finna go down. Like, I know what you trying to do. Like, I don't care how much you trying to say you're not talking to this bitch, fuck this bitch or whatever, your ass will be right back over there and the excuse will be, oh, you chilling with her brother. No, not going down. The next day is the 4th of July. I'm getting ready and I hear a knock at the door. Dre brother answered the door and it's Metro mama. It's her damn mama. Let me tell y'all something about her mom. She's one of those women I feel like who is jealous of young girls. No reason for you to be calling me ugly and disrespecting me like that. You're 45 at this point. Why are you disrespecting me? Mind you, her mom is built like a trash can, so I can understand why you jealous. Y'all, I left out so much stuff about this wretched ass family next door, but this lady is the type of lady to call a literal 4-year-old a bitch. Instead of calling this 4-year-old by her name, she always called this 4-year-old girl a bitch. I know some details about their family, but I don't even think I'm gonna do that. Might do it one day, but I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it to her. I'm gonna just see what these videos bring, and if a bitch get out of line, oh, I'm gonna do it to you. I'm gonna do it to you, bitch. Metro mama is basically like,
going to the beach for the 4th of July. Do y'all wanna come? Metro wants to see Dre. She wants y'all to come and blah, blah, blah.
and also Metro mama tells Devontae that one of Metro friends wanna see him. What we gonna call her friend? What's a ratchet name, y'all? I really gotta think of these names beforehand. This is stupid. Okay, let me look around. What's by me? Lakeisha. We gonna call her Lakeisha. Devontae was like, you know, we gonna see what's up. I don't really know, we gonna see. So I checked Dre for Metro mama coming knocking on their door because I was 100% sure that he was still talking to her. Dre's like, you didn't
Even hear me say shit. I'm not going to the beach with them people. I don't fuck with them people. I don't care about them people. I don't care. She want to see me. I don't want to see her. She want to see me.
like trying to throw that in my face like somebody pressed over him and I should be jealous. He often did shit like that. He often said shit like that deliberately to make me jealous. So another thing I want to mention is that the garage was the hangout spot. The garage was always open. They had like a deep freezer in the garage which people would sit on and just chilling. They had chairs and stuff in the garage. The garage was the hangout, okay? The garage was always up. Always up. The only time the garage wasn't up was probably like 3 a.m. when everybody was asleep or some shit. Somebody was always in the garage. So these hoes leaving for the beach. We all in the garage. They got their bathing suits on, no cover up, ass out, looking for attention. And I'm eyeing Dre down.
Like, if you look over there,
No, he got peripheral, but he ain't looked directly. And bitch, cause I would have slapped all the dreads out his goddamn head. Fast forward to them coming home from the beach. They come home from the beach. They loud as hell. Mind you, it's a group about 10 of them, literally 10. After her dude passed away and she was going through stuff, it was like all her and her New Orleans friends was at her house every single day. It's like they did not have a life. So they was there every day. I felt like I needed to be at Dre's house every day, all day too, to keep close tabs on him. They come back from the beach, they loud as hell in the house. 5 minutes later, they come outside. Somebody get in the car and they start playing some loud ass New Orleans bounce music in the car. Then they parked this car in the middle of the street. So this is their house over here. This is Dre's house right here. It was like a little grass of space in between. So this is their house. They parked the car like here, like right in between the houses. So we have a view of them out of Dre's garage. These hoes just needed so much attention all the time. They just needed it. They needed it. They all go in the middle of the street. They start shaking their ass. Metro ass is on top of the car. It's over, shaking her ass in her bathing suit. And it's niggas in the garage. Like, it's like Devontae friends and Dre little brother friends and stuff in the garage, but Dre is not in the garage. I don't know where Dre was. I think he went up the street to the corner store, went to the real store. I don't know where he was, but he was not there. And the lights was off in the garage. So you see people in the garage, but you can't really see who it is. Like, niggas is out there like smoking and doing this and doing that in the driveway, just walking around. I'm not sure who they thought was in the garage, but my dude was not there. Metro ass on top of that car giving a show to the wrong niggas. And I'm just like, these hoes is ratchet. These hoes is so ratchet. I don't know why I didn't record this. I recorded everything else. I should have recorded they ass. I'm telling you, this shit go on for like 20 minutes. Bitch, they had Megan these before Megan. Like, I would have been tired after 5 minutes. I'm like, these hoes is really trying to put on a damn talent show right now, bitch. Looking stupid.
3 weeks later.
It's about to be August. And Dre's mom's birthday is in August. So she was throwing a little party. Basically, the party was gonna be in the garage, like in the front of the house. I'm not sure why. It couldn't have been in the back of the house where there's a gate separating us from these ratchet ass neighbors. But she chose the front of the house. I will never know why. I will absolutely never know why. I thought parties be in the backyard, but hey, do what you do. She's throwing an all white party. And of course I'm coming, duh, invite or not. It's the day of the party. He come pick me up. We go to the mall. He looking for an outfit because he's so last minute. Mind you, we got into it at the mall. He was eyeing this bitch down. I know he was like contemplating, like attempting to talk to her as soon as I turned my back in the shoe store. But she had a nigga and her nigga was fine as hell. But I peeped the whole situation and we got into it. He called me insecure. I'm like, duh, I'm insecure. You're fucking with your neighbor. Obviously I'm insecure. We get back to the house. I'm getting ready. He doing his dreads. He did not do his dreads like that. He trying to impress a bitch tonight. He trying to impress a bitch. And I'm like, oh, okay. Fast forward, whatever. I'm helping their mom get this party ready. Mind you, I painted the whole restroom. One of the restrooms in the house that the guests use, I painted the whole guest bathroom.
Paint the restroom. The restroom. Paint the restroom. I did that.
I did that shit. Like, I was so fucking dumb. I was so dumb. By myself, too. Ceiling and everything. Did it by myself. So dumb. So damn dumb. At this point, the party is going on. People are arriving. The setup is like outside and in the garage. There's tables, there's chairs. So his mom's sister comes and I gotta do her hair. So I'm like upstairs doing her hair. I'm trying to do her hair quick as hell because this party is going on. These bitches are outside, like, because they weren't invited. Like, they never like actually came to the party. But it's like, bitch, you may as well because you outside. You got on the color, which is all white. And I'm just like, y'all hoes are something else. Like, y'all really be needing this attention. Y'all really seek this attention. And it's crazy because everybody gave it to them. I'm trying to wand her hair quick as hell because I had wand curls in my hair. She's like, your hair's so cute. Can you please do my hair? I'm like, oh shit. Too nice. I couldn't say no. So I do her hair and I'm wanding quick. Dre actually comes and looks for me and he's like,
oh, you in here.
As soon as he comes and finds me and sees that I'm actually busy, I knew he was just trying to make sure I was busy so he could do some fuck shit. So that's when I started going real fast. Like, I'm wanding her hair, letting it stay for 2 seconds, then dropping a curl. Girl, I don't care how your hair look at this point because you should have came with it done. I hurry up, bust curls in her hair, and attempt to find him. So I run downstairs real quick. I'm asking people, yo, where's Dre? Where's Dre? Everybody's like, I don't know. I think he's outside. He's outside, whatever. So I go outside. I'm looking for Dre. I'm scanning outside. I'm scanning all the tables. I'm scanning like the cars parked in front of the house. I don't see him. So I walk to the end of the driveway and I see Dre, of course, because he's the only nigga head to toe all white with dreads, long ass dreads. So I see him down the street leaning on a car, and on the other side of him, right in front of him, is Metro's ass.
Bitch, I know you fucking lied.
Y'all do not know how I felt. When I tell you, I felt so stupid. It's like my heart dropped. I was like, he really disrespectful with all his family here, all his family and friends. He's really trying to bring the crazy out of me. He really want me to show my ass in front of all these people. He really want to cause a scene because he know I'm not down for the disrespect. So he know that I'm going to say something. I walk over there. Yes, I did. We don't do that around these parts. No, you're not finna play me like that. Say everybody knew that we were together. Everybody knew. So the fact that you over here talking to this bitch all in her face, giving her a drink from your mom's party that she was not invited to, I go over there, I'm like, what are you doing? And he turned around, he's like,
Yo, what you doing over here? What you do? I'm just talking, man. I'm just talking. I'm waiting for her brother.
I'm like, you really over here talking to this bitch? You really over here doing this right now. So he pulling me, he trying to turn me around to walk back to the house. And he started walking in front of me. And I'm like, you was really over there with this bitch. So he pulling me on the side of the house so we could go talk on the side of the house where nobody can see us. Cause he don't want me to embarrass him, which I gladly would have. I would have shut the whole shit down if it really came to it. Cause that's just how I was feeling. You ain't finna blatantly disrespect me. You got the wrong one. You got the wrong one. So he pulled me to the side of the house. And I'm like, what the fuck was you doing over there? Why you in this bitch face? I saw you give her a drink. And he was just like,
man, I was just waiting for her brother. Her brother got something for me.
We on the side of the house, we arguing. He was like,
man, fuck that girl. I don't give a fuck about that girl. Think I give a fuck about her? She not even my type. I don't like skinny bitches. That bitch not even that cute.
Just going in on her. Literally telling my dumb ass what I want to hear. And guess what my dumb ass do? Bitch, I eat that shit up with a fork, knife, and spoon. The fuck? Even though I just caught him red-handed, the dumb bitch in me came out and accepted that damn lie. Cause I'm like, yeah, you know what? He really don't like skinny bitches. Like, I'm just like, okay, yeah, so like, why the fuck would he want to fuck with her? Like, that's really not his type. Like, her face ain't even really there. But that just goes to show you that niggas do not care. They don't care. Niggas always cheat on that girl with a chicken nugget. Bitch, I seen a meme like that and I'm like, this the one. Niggas always cheat down, remember that. I would say the only thing Metro had going for her is the fact that she was light-skinned and she had a decent grade of hair. So we fast forward and the party is going on. We eating. Well, actually, I didn't eat. Like, I was so damn stressed out. He eating, not a damn care in the world. He know that he's stressing me the fuck out. He don't give a damn. He eating, having a good old funky ass time at this damn party. Somebody's giving like some kind of speech about his mom, like a microphone from the DJ. So she's talking and everybody's like listening, singing happy birthday and all this stuff. So at this point, he's sitting down and I go over to try to sit on his lap. And this nigga scoots me to the chair by him, like he don't want me sitting on his lap. He scoots me into the chair. And I look up, guess who I see looking at us? Metro. And I'm just like, wow, this nigga really trying to embarrass me. He must be telling this hoe like we not together. Or like he must be telling this bitch some corny shit because he really acting like he don't fuck with me. He really avoided me that whole night. I felt like a puppy just following him everywhere until I was just finally like, fuck this. And then there's like nobody I could talk to because like I know like some of his family and shit, but like I didn't really feel like playing fake and smiling in their face. So like I'm just really by myself. I was just really like miserable at this party like the whole time. For whatever reason, the DJ wants to play New Orleans bounce music. And these hoes, true attention-seeking fashion, they immediately bent over, ass up, out the dresses and all that shit and start shaking their ass. And when I tell you all eyes was on them, like I felt like I was in the damn Twilight Zone. I really felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. And Dre ass sitting by me, just staring them down once again, watching everybody dance, dancing on cars, bent over, ass up, tipsy out, like, and then why? But these hoes was dressed up like they was invited to the party, like they was basically at the party. I'm just like, this is not real right now. Like, this shit feels so surreal. It feel like I fell into a parallel universe of like nothing but shit that's gonna hurt me. Like, it was just so, like, it was just so bad. Like, I just could not believe how all eyes was on them, as if they was like literally performing and putting on a show. Once again, they on top of cars. Once again, they shaking their ass up against cars. They holding on to niggas, shaking their ass. So I lean on the table like this. It's they Dre's right here. I lean on the table like this, and I put my head in front of him like this so he could not see. He did like some kind of awkward ass laugh, got this whole silly ass, goofy clown ass smirk on his face. And I'm just like, are you serious right now? Are you really serious? You are so disrespectful. So we arguing. It was just so embarrassing. I'm telling this story and it might not sound like much to y'all, but this was so bad. I like felt like I was in hell. So fast forward, the party is ending. The DJ playing the last few songs. This party was hell. I was miserable the whole time. I'm tipsy at this point. And there's cars parked in front of the driveway, and I'm just like leaning up on a car. I'm tipsy. I'm tipsy. And what song come on? It was like Wale and Usher. That song come on, and I'm just singing my heart out at this song, and Dre is looking at me, and I just feel like I'm singing. I'm tipsy and shit, so I don't care. But like in the back of my heart, I feel stupid because this nigga embarrassed me the whole party. At one point, Lakeisha ugly ass, I'm calling her ugly now, but at one point she gonna tell the big 6-foot horse bitch that I called her ugly. Mind you, I didn't pay no attention to them besides the times that they stole attention by shaking their ass in the time that I went over there because Dre was leaning up on the car talking to Metro. Other than that, I didn't pay no attention to these hoes. Talking about
bitches wanna call bitches ugly. I bet you don't wanna fight. I bet this hoe don't wanna fight.
Dre mom and her boyfriend and all that shit was in the house. Everybody else had pretty much left. And if they hadn't left, they was in the house. I'm like, who the fuck she talking to? I'm talking to Dum Dum. I forgot Dum Dum was here the whole time. I was obviously telling Dum Dum what was going on with everything. But it was literally like, for once, her man wasn't cheating on her and the drama didn't revolve around her. And she was in heaven. Like, it was blissful to her. Like, so she didn't give a fuck to like see if I was okay or none of that shit. Like, she literally did not care. I remember trying to talk to her during the party and was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. My nigga ain't cheating on me this time. That was another red flag with that bitch. Like, not comforting or nothing. Like, bitch, I'm really basically alone at this party. And that bitch is over there in heaven because her ass ain't getting cheated on for once in her damn life. Bitch over there running her mouth. And Dum Dum is by me. I'm like, who is she talking to? And Dum Dum was like,
it looked like she talking to you.
That bitch cannot be talking to me because I didn't say shit to no. Like, bitch, I forgot y'all was here. Like, at this point, like, I'm not paying no attention to y'all. So Dum Dum's like,
no, I swear it looked like she pointing and talking to you.
So then the bitch actually says,
yeah, bitch, I'm talking to you. You don't want to fight, you want to fight? Cross the threshold, cross the threshold.
I'm like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? She was like, Lakeisha was like,
you wanna be over there calling somebody ugly, bitch? You don't want to fight though.
You ghetto ass bitches. Are these hoes serious right now? They just wanted a fucking problem with me. Metro not even outside. It's her little bum ass friends outside. I'm thinking to myself, like, this bitch is ugly, but I didn't call her ugly. So I'm like,
bitch, I'm not scared of you. I don't give a fuck how big you are. I do not give a fuck.
It was just like a whole lot of commotion. Somebody went in and told Dre ass. He grabbing my arm. Somehow I'm the blame for this. He like,
man, what the fuck you doing? Why you always causing a problem?
And I'm just looking at him like, these hoes started with me. You was not out here. I didn't say shit to these hoes. You paid more attention to these bitches tonight than I did. So why am I the blame? At this time, I just felt like nobody was on my side. And for some reason, they had all of the power. Like, these ratchet ass New Orleans hoes next door had all the power. And this is like no offense to females from New Orleans because I don't have no problem with y'all, but it's just these particular set of hoes that I got a problem with. So this nigga dragging me in the house by my arm, and he just talking to me. His mom friends just talking to me, and I'm like, they started with me. Like, I really could have aired his ass out because when everything finally came out, he gonna want to act all embarrassed like nobody was supposed to know. Bitch, nigga, everybody know. Nobody just talking about it. everybody around here whispering about shit. Everybody knows. But when shit really came out in the end, came to the light, and I verbally had to like say shit, you wanna act all embarrassed. You wasn't embarrassed when you was fucking this hoe. Why are you embarrassed now? I should be embarrassed. Not let a nigga flip the script on you. So the next morning, I get up. I'm trying to help his mom out. They cooking breakfast and stuff. I'm washing all the dishes. And he come downstairs looking all crazy, like with the stupidest look on his face, just looking crazy. So when I finish washing the dishes, I go in the garage to get something out, like the refrigerator from in there. He come in the garage and he was like,
man, you gotta go home. Like, after all that commotion last night, that was embarrassing. You gotta go home.
I'm not sure like what the hell, like why you blaming me for that, but I did not start that. He was like,
man, you up in here washing dishes like you finna stay. You need to go home. I don't care how many dishes you wash.
well, damn. I was just like, wow, I cannot believe, like there was such a switch in personality that I knew something was going on with this bitch. Like, you know in your gut when something going on. The changes in his personality, the changes in the way he was talking to me, the way he was trying to get me from around there so hard, I was just like, something is going on. This ain't like no other situation we done been through before that. Something is going on with these two. Like, I knew it, and I just felt like there was nothing I could do to stop it, because even when I'm here, he talked to me bad. He still be over there in the garage and claiming it's for Metro brother. I just felt like so helpless and low. Like, I didn't know what to do. So I'm just telling him like, why, I'm just asking him like, why you treating me like this? Like, there's a clear switch in our dynamic, and he was just like,
man, I don't know what you talking about. Don't be thinking about that girl. That's you. That's all in your head.
Trying to make me feel crazy and shit. And I'm just like, I can see it. Like, at one point I thought I was going crazy. Like, he lied so good and he was so smooth, I thought I was going crazy. Mind you, whenever I was over there, silence. Because I still be checking when I was over there. He would not text his hoe. It was always when I left. So I was always so scared to leave, even for like a day. Like, I was so scared. Like, I was basically living there. So later on that day, he really told me like,
listen, you really need to go home. Like, you need to wait till shit calm down.
Like, he finessed it on me. He was like,
all that commotion, my mama didn't like that.
Come to find out, his mama did not give a fuck.
To go home, you can't spend another night over here. I'll take you home.
So I'm like, all right. He was just like,
wait till stuff die down and then you could come back over here.
I was very stupid back then. Yeah, we get into the car and I remember just feeling so sick and depressed about going home, because I already knew it was finna happen. Like, I'm not finna hear from this nigga. I could tell. So I'm so sad. And he was like,
why you sad? Like, don't even worry about it. When stuff die down, I'm gonna come back and get you.
I'm like, when you gonna come back and get me? Because first of all, I don't want to leave. I'm laughing, but this shit was really pathetic when it was happening. I felt so low. I felt like a lost puppy. Like, I just felt so low. So I'm like, when you gonna come back and get me? He was like,
man, I'll probably come get you in a day or two.
He dropped me off, give me a kiss, give me a hug. I'm damn near on a verge of tears, and it's like he don't even see that. You know what I'm saying? He's like,
all right, bye.
Do you not see these tears in my eye? Let me go. Do you see these tears finna come out my eyes? The fuck? And now that I think about it, it's not that he didn't see it. He didn't give a fuck. Point blank period. He did not give a fuck. When I'm not around him, I go right back into bad habits. I'm stalking this bitch Twitter all day. I'm like anxious, waiting for him to like text me or anything. I don't hear from this nigga for the rest of the night. And I call him, I'm blowing up his phone, don't hear shit from him. So a few days go by and I don't hear nothing from him. And I'm super anxious, I'm on edge, like, because I already know what's going on. I already know. So it's one night in particular that I'm stalking her Twitter down, and I just see all these like references that I know she's talking about him. Like, she's saying shit about, oh, I love a nigga with dreads. Oh, I love this. I like, you know, just everything describing my dude. Chest tattoos, athletic. I want my next man gotta be in school. Mind you, her last boyfriend of like 4 years just passed away. She already talked about her next man. Okay. Like, I don't even understand why nobody's seeing something wrong with that. This bitch upload pictures, right? and it's a shirt with his school name on it. Like the college that he was in, it's a shirt with that name on it. And she was like, oh, I can't wait to go to this college when school start again. Oh, when I tell y'all, I done almost damn near died at this point. I start instantly blowing his phone up. No answer, no answer. I'm blowing his shit up. Started like flooding her Twitter with them kind of pictures. Had so much fun visiting this school. And I'm just like, oh my God, I know this nigga did not take this bitch to his school. To this day, I still don't know if that time she was uploading pictures, if she went just to like do a school tour or if she went with him. I still don't know. It's like I'll never get the truth to that shit. Y'all, and it's not like I could just like go over there because he had actually fucked my car up. From driving him back to school, he was driving and he fucked my car up. So, and I had to get it towed all the way back to Houston. So Dum Dum actually ends up calling me. I'm like, yeah, girl, where you at? And she was like, I'm at Devontae's house. And I'm like, is Dre there? And she was like, nah, Dre not here. He haven't been here since I came. And I'm like, well, how long you been there? She was like, girl, I basically been over here all day. And I'm like, where the fuck is he? I'm like, that's crazy. Like, I'm trying to play it cool because I don't even want her to know how crazy I'm going. Nobody knew how crazy I was going. It was like I was going crazy by myself, which is the worst feeling, y'all. That's just the worst feeling. I'm asking her, like, did you check that little brother room? Because he didn't have a room because he was really in school. So he don't be there like that. So I'm like, did you check that little brother room? Like, did you check the closet? Y'all, the dumb bitch in me just really came out. I'm like, did you check all 3 bathrooms? Like, she was like, girl, he haven't been here all day. I would have seen him if he was here. So I'm like, girl, yeah, whatever. I found any excuse to get off the phone with her so I could continue blowing him up. I got what I needed. Like, he's not there, so where the fuck is he? So he didn't answer me none that night, not a text, nothing. And I just felt like my heart broke, y'all. Of course, I'm stalking her Twitter. She's not posting nothing. She's inactive at the moment. So bitch, I fall asleep with my phone in my hand. This is so horrible. This story is so hard to tell. So I wake up the next morning to a tweet that confirmed everything. It's crazy because I don't even remember screenshotting this, but like I said, I am the self-proclaimed screenshot queen. So obviously I did just found these screenshots clearing out my old Google Photos. And I'm like, yes, thank you. The tweet said nothing more than, I really needed that, or something like that. And when I seen that tweet, I bust out in tears. Like, I ran to the bathroom, turned the shower on, and started crying like somebody had just killed my dog or something. Also, to add insult to injury, that's Dre's little brother that she talking to on Twitter where everybody can see it. So now that Twitter knows, everybody at Dre's house knows. It was just like a gut feeling, and I was just like, they just had sex. When I get myself together, I'm crying for like 30, 45 minutes. When I finally get myself together, I wasn't gonna let anybody know that I was in distress. Like, I just wasn't gonna do it. I call her and I'm like, where you at? And she was like, I'm at home. I'm finna get ready and go over Devontae's house. I'm like, girl, can you come get me before you go over there and take me over there? And she was like, I don't really want to get into it. I don't want Devontae to be mad at me. That's not really like my situation. And I'm like, girl, are you serious? I had to convince this girl to pick me up and take me over there. So finally she's like, all right. I'm just thinking like, okay, I'm finna go over there. But at the same time, I need to confront this bitch. I need to confront Metro because I'm not finna let this shit go on. I cannot sit with this shit on my heart. Like, it's too heavy. Like, I had to say something. Of course I got her number, but she don't know that I got her number. Of course I could have easily said I got it out of his phone, but for some reason I messaged this bitch on Snapchat not thinking the bitch would be like, how does hoe get my Snapchat? Like, I chose Snapchat for some reason. So I add her and I send her a message. So she messages me and I just open it. She's like, who is this? And she was like, hello. I said something like, I'm not with like the drama or something like that. I'm coming to you
woman to woman.
Child, I done hit a bitch with a woman to woman. At that point, I should have just threw the whole nigga away. Because if I gotta come to you woman to woman, ghetto. I give her my number and I'm like, you'll call me. And so she calls me and I see her calling me. And I just don't answer. Like, I don't think I was ready to hear it. Like, I don't think I was ready to hear the truth. I was so nervous. I was scared. But I'm like, let me get my thoughts together. Let me calm myself down. I go outside. Like, from our little messages, like, she wasn't being a bitch or nothing. She was actually like being okay. So I'm like, I still don't know how this call gonna go, but Lord. Go outside and I'll call her back. So we get on the phone. I tell her I'm Dre's girlfriend. And I just asked her, like, are y'all messing around? Basically, she's like, yeah. And I asked her, like, how did y'all exchange numbers? And she was like, basically it was like through Lakeisha. So then I'm like, why do y'all like text so much? Obviously I seen y'all text message, like y'all text so much, y'all live right next door. Like, why don't y'all just like talk in person? And she was like,
it's something like not that serious. Like, my boyfriend just passed. Like, obviously, like,
you want to keep it on the low, basically. That's what she basically said in like layman's terms. Like, that's what she said without actually saying it. It's something that they want to keep on the low, which wasn't on the low because everybody knew. Like, her friends had big mouths. Dre's brother followed her on Twitter. I forgot to mention that because they was tweeting back and forth. Everybody knew, but it was just something like that nobody talked about. At least when I wasn't around, nobody talked about it. And I felt like the little inside jokes, and I knew it. They really had the nerve to joke and make little side jokes about it. And y'all, did y'all have sex? And she was like, yeah. I don't know why her yeah just like was a gut punch to the stomach, because really I already knew that. So I asked how many times, and she's like
2 or 3 times.
I'm like, was it 2 times or was it 3 times? Like, bitch, you don't know? She was like,
no, I really lost count.
I'm like, lost count? Bitch, how many times was it? No, I need to know how many times. The thing I forgot to ask is if they used a condom, because that's just really something I really wanted to know. And I don't know why I didn't ask that. I don't know why. We talking and she just spilling tea, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna be over there later. I want to confront him. And she was down with it. She was like, yeah, she'll come over to the garage and they can all talk. And I was like, okay, sounds like a plan. I'm gonna hit you when I'm on the way. She was like, all right, cool. We got off the phone. Dum Dum finally comes. She picks me up, drops me off around the fucking corner. Like, bitch, what's the point? Like, what's the point of even picking me up? Like, obviously I got here some kind of way. She wanted me to lie to Devontae and say somebody else dropped me off, basically. And I walk the rest of the way. I go up in the house with my bag of clothes, and I go up into the room. Once again, their mom was out of town. And he like,
what you doing here? How you knew my mama wasn't here?
I'm like, I didn't know your mama wasn't here, but now I know. So boop, here's my bag and I'm staying. And he was like,
man, you can't just be popping up. You need to let somebody know. And I just want some time to myself. I need to think.
And blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, because you just fucked the bitch last night. Yeah, sure, whatever. So ignoring him completely, I start messaging Metro again on Snapchat. And I'm like, you outside? And she's like, no. I'm like, you'll come outside? I'm outside, I'm waiting for her. She comes outside, and Dre's brother, like a few of her friends, they see us walk off to the park. So we walk into the park and we just talking, and I'm like, so did he tell you he had a girlfriend? She was like,
he really don't talk about you. Like, he really don't say nothing about you, so he never like confirmed or denied. I kind of thought y'all wasn't together because I don't see your car over there no more.
And I'm like, yeah, that's because he fucked my car up, basically. Like, why do you feel the need to mess with him? So she was like,
at first I wasn't even like studying him, but when y'all called me, like when you and your friend called me,
a part of part 1, so go watch part 1 to understand this part.
You started talking shit and you was talking about my boyfriend that passed away. I got heated.
Basically, she did it out of spite. Bitch, even if you thought that I said something about your dude that passed away, you gonna bust your entire pussy open out of spite? I would never. I'm not putting extra miles on my pussy to spite another bitch. I'm not doing that. So basically, she thought it was me. In actuality, it was Chelsea. We was on a 3-way call, and I actually hung up the call and called her back, telling her to hang up on the bitch because we're done talking. This bitch on the other line talking all this shit that I didn't even know about. Metro is just not telling me what was said when I was not on the phone. I'm like, that must have been my friend Chelsea. I actually apologized on Chelsea's behalf for talking about this girl's boyfriend that just had passed away. Even though this bitch just my man last night, I'm apologizing to her. I'm not just like that mean of a bitch. Chelsea later on said that she didn't say it, but I don't know who said what, but I still apologize just in case it was said, because that's really hurtful. Like, somebody did lose their whole life. So So this walk to the park was completely irrelevant because as soon as we got to the park, and we immediately turned around and started walking back. Like, I guess she was like getting a vibe from me, like, because I'm just naturally a cool person, even though this bitch just fucked my man last night. We talking and there's like a vibe going on that like we could possibly be cool. Like, it was so fucking weird. Like, I'm just too nice of a bitch. And we catch ourselves actually laughing with each other. It was just really weird. I feel like if none of this shit would have happened, we could have been cool. Like, we really could have been cool. Unless I'm just cool as fuck. Like, I don't know. But we catch ourselves laughing all the way back to like damn near her porch. Like, bitch, I forgot I was walking. I done walked this bitch to her door. So at the end, she's like,
okay, well, just let me know when you get him in the garage and I'm gonna come over there and we can all sit down and talk about it.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hit you on Snapchat. Like, on some like kind of friendly shit. This is why I felt like I was living in the Twilight Zone. Like, bitch, am I in a parallel universe? Is this shit really happening right now? Dre's garage is like up this much. So you can see somebody's feet walking by. And I know he saw our feet walking by because I saw his legs sitting in the chair in the garage. I knew it was him. I know his clothes. I know his shoes. So I walk back over to his garage. I pull the garage up. I sit down and we start talking. So I'm talking to him and I'm like, I'm gonna ask you one more time and I need you to tell me the truth. If you tell me the truth, we can get past this. I'm just like giving him this long speech. Mind you, bitch, I was gonna explode on his ass. We weren't getting past shit. I was just trying to force the truth out of him. So I'm like, just tell me the truth. He was like,
I didn't do it. I don't know, man, that bitch, she's just trying to fuck up this relationship. Why would you believe that bitch? She a liar.
Oh, I'm like, why are you still lying? She just told me everything. I know you seen us walk to the park. I know you seen us walking back. She just told me everything. He was like,
and that bitch lying. She lying. The most I did was text that hoe.
Like, how can I get the truth out of him other than bringing her over here? So I started texting her. He said, you lying. And she was like, of course he is. That's why I want to be over there. She was like, well, really, you got it because that's your man and he should be the one to tell you the truth and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm never gonna get the truth. So fast forward, now it's nighttime. I still have not got the truth. He walking around with a smirk on his face. I'm sitting at the table in his house and he go outside. I'm thinking he just go into the garage to get something out the fridge or the deep freezer until like 5 minutes go by and he don't come back. So I'm like, where the fuck is this nigga at? Like, I'm looking in all the rooms. I'm looking outside. I'm looking on the side of the house. And when I'm outside, I hear voices in Metro Garage. I'm like, I'm trying to listen because I never actually used to go over there because like, I just like the females never cross like the thresholds. You know what I'm saying? Like, Metro never came to Dre's house. I never went over there. Like, it kind of was like an unspoken rule. I went over there once, but we gonna get into that. That's not in this part. So I call his phone and his phone is sitting on top of the deep freezer in the garage on the charger. And I'm like, this motherfucker. Pull up a seat in the garage and I sit there. I'm on my phone. I sit right smack dab in the middle of the garage. The only way for you to enter back in your house without me seeing you is for you to jump the gate. Go to the back door, which is locked, that I deliberately locked. So bitch, this is your only way. I'm about to see where you coming from. Cause he could have went to the corner store. I gave him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm about to see where you coming from. It's about 20 minutes later. And this nigga walked his sorry ass from Metro Garage to his garage. And I'm like, you really was over there? I'm like, why the fuck was you over there? After all the shit that's going on today, after everything that's going on, you really over there? And he was like,
man, ain't nobody think about that bitch. I went over there to play the PlayStation with her brother.
And I'm just like, how do I know that she wasn't in the garage? I heard her in the garage. I started lying, bitch. He was like,
man, that bitch was not in the garage.
And I'm just like, you a liar. When are you gonna admit to the truth? So I'm just bugging him down. I'm following him everywhere. I'm getting on all of his nerves because at this point, if I make you admit it out of anger, I don't care as long as I get the admission. So I'm getting on his nerves. I'm pushing all the buttons. At this point, we in his little brother room. And I'm like, can you just admit it? Like, I'm begging him. I'm trying to get him mad so he could just like burst out and be like,
yeah, I did it.
Oh, I go far. I goes far. Okay, well, I used to. I'm not doing that in my next relationship. I'm dropping your ass like a bad habit, bitch. Out. I'm gone. I'm too good for this shit. So I guess I had finally got on his last nerve because he finally admitted it. I think it was probably like 2 a.m. or some shit, he finally admitted it. Because bitch, when I tell you I was not letting it go, he know me. Like, he know I was not gonna let it go. Finally admitting it, it somehow like broke me inside. Like, he was lying so much that I was beginning to believe him. That's how dumb I was, I know. Don't come for me in the comments. We done all been a dumb bitch over that one particular nigga. So do not come for me, okay? Don't come for me, don't do it. I started crying. I laid down, like I was crying. He was standing over me. He was like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Then he started cuddling me. I'm broken, like I cried myself to sleep and him cuddling me. I was just like, cuddling me is not gonna make up for shit. It is really not. So the next morning came and I was just like broken. I wanted details, and you know I didn't let it go. So I'm like, did you kiss her neck? Did you kiss her? And he was like, I didn't kiss her in the mouth. I kissed her neck a little bit. I wanted every detail, and he just was not giving me enough. I also forgot to mention that the day before, when Dum Dum dropped me off or whatever, then I was in a car with Devontae and we was going to the store. He was drunk or something, and he basically told me that he had sex with Lakeisha. So both of them was fucking with the neighbors, both of them. Actually slipped out for him. I don't know who he thought he was talking to. He probably thought I was Dre, but it slipped out and he was like,
But don't tell her, I'm just playing, I'm just playing.
And then he was like,
no, I really ain't playing, but don't tell Dum Dum, don't tell her.
I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell her, I got you, whatever. But being around Dum Dum and how happy she was that she finally wasn't getting cheated on for once, I had to tell her. Like, cause I know she probably would have told me. So while me and Dre was going through our drama, they had their drama going on. And Devontae got mad at me. And now it's drama with him, which is not the first time we had drama, because he called me out my name many times before. So, and for some reason, I still got that cool with him. I don't know why. But this was the last straw with that. I'm gonna touch more on that in part 3. Back to the details. He was like,
To tell you the truth, I didn't even want to fuck that girl.
So I'm like, okay, so why did you do it 2 to 3 times? And he was
Like, man, ain't nobody fucked that bitch 2 to 3 times. That bitch lying to you with that one. Nah, that's a lie.
He said that so differently that I wanted to believe it was a lie, but he lied the whole entire time. I had to just believe her, because that bitch the only one telling the truth. Me and the girl was actually still talking. I don't have the other messages, but I remember us still talking. Dre leave his phone in the room, and I go through his phone, and they are still texting. They are still texting. It's dry texting now, but the fact that she is still talking to him really got me hot. So we had each other on Snapchat, and I started throwing subliminals on Snapchat. I did, and the bitch blocked me on Snapchat. I guess after I threw these subliminals, the bitch went back to she gonna spite me, and she started texting him again. She did. That night we ended up going to the movies, and I'm posting it on Snapchat. I'm posting every little thing, probably looking like the dumbest bitch ever to her, probably, because this bitch, she know, like, she got the upper hand for real. And I'm just posting all this shit looking like a dumb bitch. And we took pictures, and the pictures were just like so forced and so fake. I look happy, but I was miserable. It was just so fake. It was so phony. The nigga had his arm around me like this, didn't even really touch me. It was just, it was horrible. This was a really horrible time in my life. So when she did that, I actually ended up blocking her number and deleting the text thread. I don't know what the fuck I thought I was doing, because they're neighbors, and he could easily just like be like, hey, why you ain't texting me no more? Why you ain't responding? Or she could do the same thing. And I think that's what the fuck happened, because after this, even after this, I caught them texting again. So, but that's for part 3, bitch. Y'all listen, part 3 is the spiciest part. It only gets worse. It only goes downhill from here. There's no there's no sunny, happy ending to this shit. I mean, eventually it is, because they stopped fucking with each other. There's no happy ending to this relationship with me and him. So it only goes further downhill. And if you want to tune in and stick around for the ghetto tea, then I'm happy to spill it. So yeah, y'all, if y'all still here and you like this story time, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment and hit that subscribe button. And I'm gonna see y'all in my next video. Bye.